happy Monday, my friends. How are we all doing? Yeah, hope you're doing well. What we are doing today is we're actually going to be looking at how to elevate your pockets and have fun with pockets by pleating them. So the last time I did this, I spoke about it being called like an origami pocket detail. But basically what we're doing is we're just going to be folding and creating some unique design details. And this could be a really nice attention to detail, small area of your garment that you really elevate just to make it that little bit more high-end quality. As we know, luxury garments are all about design details. And also, another reason why this is so much fun is because it's such a good sustainable use of these otherwise pointless scrap pieces of pattern cutting paper. So I actually find this a really fun little exercise to do, and you can store them all in a poly pocket. You can start folding and come up with really beautiful design ideas, and then you can just kind of store the pattern pieces in a manila envelope or something like that. And when you want to add a patch pocket to a garment, and when you want to like up level your design next time, you can just do a lucky dip and you can just dip into the envelope of pocket design details. But anyway then, so that is what we're going to be covering today. How are we doing? I am getting all prepared behind the scenes for October's 3-day design challenge. It has come around yet again, my friends. So for those that do not know what that is, it is a really light-hearted, fun sketching challenge where I help you unleash your inner fashion designer. It is only £5 to enroll, and you could be in with a chance of winning some phenomenally valuable prizes. So over the course of 3 workshops, I teach you how to design a creative brief. I design alongside you. There is no physical sewing involved. There is no actual garments that you need to make. You simply need a pencil and a piece of paper, and I'm going to equip you with the rest. You do not have to have design experience. You do not have to be an artist. You do not even have to be able to sketch a stick figure. I am going to be here to do it all alongside you. It always has the best kind of feedback. And I cannot wait to do it. You could be in with a chance of winning 3 whole months in the DPL Atelier, which is our fashion membership. My members and I are rounding off our trouser framework cycle, but don't worry if you've missed it, because if you join the membership, you can actually access all previous framework cycles and learn at your leisure. But come October, my friends, we're going to be getting started with our very own basic coat design. So perfect for winter. If you are sounding keen for this, come and join us in the DPL Atelier. We are going to be designing, pattern drafting, and making a basic coat to your measurements as a creative community, step by step. And what looks good on coats? Pockets, I hear you say, which is what we're going to be dipping into today. Patch pockets can honestly go on anything. They are just such a cute, fun, easy, beginner-friendly little design detail. And what I'm going to be showing you right now is how to kick it up a notch. Add a little bit of spice onto these patch pockets. So, patch pocket. Here's a basic one. Here's one I made earlier on my upcoming glitch shirt that I am just French seaming to perfection, but it just means it's taking me a little while to make it as beautiful on the inside as it is on the out. Here's your standard patch pocket. Let's ignore the tension on my sewing needle there. Should have changed the needle between projects. I'm gonna up level this, and I'm gonna do so with a really small scrap bit of pattern cutting paper. Now, as I say, I have done something similar in the past, but what I want you to do to start adding these fun little design details to your garments, here's the original pocket detail, quite basic, quite classic, traditional, a flat patch pocket. You just cut this out in a piece of fabric, you fold the seam allowance underneath, you're going to interface it up here, and just as you've seen here, you stitch that onto your garment. Let me bring this back. This is a standard patch pocket, okay? So let's have a little look at how we can make this a little bit more spicy, a little bit more high-end fashion. And what I want you to do is I want you to save all scrap pieces of paper like this. And then I want you to just have a massive play around with it. You're going to see a few fold lines here, but that's all you do. I want you to get started just by folding and pleating the kind of paper. You can do this in any style that you like. If I just fold this up like so, Maybe I want that a little bit more prominent. And just start making folds in your paper like so. It's that simple. And then you can, you know, come in from this side as well if you wanted. And you can add a fold over here. You can play around with it and make it as complex and as intricate as you like. The only thing I would say is the more folds you add in, be careful and cautious and mindful of what your final textile is going to be. This is a very lightweight textile, so you could get away with a lot more folds. If you were going to do this on maybe a patch pocket on the back of a pair of jeans, denim jeans, that is a thicker weighted fabric, you might want to get away with a few, like as few folds as possible, because what's going to happen, as you can see underneath here, is you're going to start making a lot of layers and you're going to start incorporating a lot of bulk. And when we're going to be folding the seam allowance under on your patch pocket, to have 1 centimetre seam allowance, of course you can give yourself more to give yourself more wiggle room, but to fold that under with lots of folds and lots of pleats can actually get very, very tricky and fiddly indeed. So just bear that in mind, but have fun with it, okay? So it really is that simple. Just get a scrap piece of paper, fold on some designs, see what you like, and once you're kind of happy with the folding and the pleating of that, if I wanted it to be this shape, but I just wanted to incorporate the folds, what I'm simply going to do, I'm going to lay this pocket pattern piece over. You don't have to already have a pocket pattern piece established. You can absolutely just sketch onto this whatever you like. So let's say we're going to have an equidistant top, 6 centimetres to 6 centimetres. So let's say the pocket opening is 12 centimetres, and on women's wear, if you are drafting a patch pocket, of course you want to be conscious of your hand being able to actually fit in that and function. So I'm going to now sketch down, but if I didn't want to do it this way and I have a pocket shape that I'd want to keep or replicate, I just want to incorporate the folds, then I can absolutely just lay this over like so, and using a tracing wheel I can trace off my existing pattern. I've just done so that's incorporated the folds, and so I can trace down like so. And when I take this off, I can see the sketch lines from my tracing wheel, and I can just sketch that in like so and trace over it. But the magic comes when you unfold this, and I don't know if you've ever worked with darts or anything like that when you were doing your own patterns. Let me just see if I can see that and catch the light. You should always see the camera setup that I have here. Always craning my neck around the camera. So, tracing off my pocket then is, we've got something that looks like this, but what happens when we open this out is that completely distorts the pocket shape. And so, folding it back, I'm going to add my seam allowance. I want to add at least 2.5 centimetres to the top, just so that I can add my interfacing. If you are struggling with the construction of a pocket, I'm actually going to add 1.5 centimetres seam allowance to give myself that wiggle room to fold everything under. If you are struggling with the construction of a pocket, we do have fashion file packs available. These are PDF collectible documents that detail specific construction styles and pattern cutting techniques across the entire fashion process. If you want a little bit more of one-on-one help, if you want to join the fashion family, then of course we also have the DPL Atelier fashion membership available for you to come and be a part of. But what you then want to do is you want to draw on your seam allowance, and once I've got to this stage, I'm actually going to cut out my pocket shape. And what this is going to do with the pleats still intact is when I open this up, it's going to give me my final shape, my final pocket pattern piece. So I'm just going to cut this out, trim around, cut down like so. Dispose of that accordingly. And now when I open this out, have a little look at the shape that this has made. And this is going to be my pocket pattern. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're notching so that when you are folding this, you know where to fold it to. And another thing you might want to do, so I'm just going to fold that there and notch that like so. And I'm going to fold that here and notch that like so, just so that when I'm cutting this out, it's obviously giving me those balance markers. It's going to help me reconstruct the design. Another thing you may want to do, you can notch the kind of valley fold if you want to. You can draw arrows so that you know what direction you're folding this. We'd be folding that in like so. And you can also number them depending on the complexity of your folds. You could number them fold number 1 and fold number 2 if you are to fold them in that order. Alternatively, if you were to fold that one first, you would number that 1 and that one 2. So I really hope that that makes sense. And this is just such a fun and easy little design detail to add to your makes that can make your pockets just that little bit more spicy, a little bit more interesting. And so in order to construct this, you would obviously cut this out. You would fuse the top by here before finishing this edge, folding that down and securing it. And then we're going to be folding around the seam allowance here before attaching to our garment. Let me know how you get on. This is a really quick but really fun way to elevate your garments. Thank you for joining me live, and I cannot wait to see you same time, same time next week, same place. Bloody hell, it's a Monday, let me off. For more workshops, more tips, more fun, free value. I will catch you on the flip side, my friend. Oh, and if you are interested in pattern cutting a little bit more, you do know I have a free pattern cutting basics course. I feel like it's my best kept secret, but it's totally free. You have 3 free workshops that teaches you basic manipulation techniques, measurements and markings, tools and terminology. So why don't you pop on over to digitalpatternlibrary.com and have a little look at that as well, if that tickles your pickle and you're interested in doing something a little bit more elaborate than this here. But as a beginner friendly design detail, I thought we would love to kind of add this to our makes. And if you do add it to your make, please let me know how you get on. Tag me in them. I would love to see how you interpret this in your own design eye. I will catch you on the flip side, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me live on a Monday, and let me try again, same time, same place next week for another workshop. I will see you then. Take care.